I am happy for Brock. Obviously Evans. I think I still think he's a 1.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for Brock. You just hope the other guys can stay healthy. Now Pearsall, Jennings, it makes them better because they kind of go down, to the 2 and the 3. So yeah, it's great for the Niners. I mean, I'm not happy about the news that they might, not have Trent Williams, that they might be open to moving him, but they know what they're doing, I would imagine. So I am very happy about this. I'm just stunned that you are so broken up about this.
I am too. I am not a Tampa Bay Bucks fan. I just found that for over a decade of my life, Mike Evans was Tampa Bay. And maybe it's a little bit of like Brady New England scar tissue. But Mike Evans was a Buck.
He's their all-time leader in catches, yards, and touchdowns.
It's like, it's always 1,000 yards. He's fighting for it. He got hurt, and I don't know.
You didn't feel this way when Aaron Rodgers left the Packers.
Yes. I mean, I felt like the writing was on the wall there.
Well, the writing was on the wall here. You just
I didn't think it was. Well, no, I don't know what Tampa Bay's like. They re-signed Cade. Like, I don't know if Tampa Bay's. It's an odd move for Tampa Bay and Baker, I think.
Well, so I think the difference between this and the Rodgers one is there was obviously a lot of public animosity of Rodgers at the end. There was a lot of public animosity for Tom Brady at the end. I don't know about that. You don't remember any of that came out?
In New England?
Yeah, you don't remember any of that?
All the articles and books and
no, whatever. Keep on going.
I'm just saying. I think moves have been telegraphed more than this one. Mike Evans has been up before for contracts and has re-signed in Tampa, and at times it even felt like he took less money to stay in Tampa. Chris Godwin last year took less money to stay in Tampa, so it did seem like there was a real chance that he was going to be a Buck for life. But Tampa needed to allocate some resources on the defensive side of the ball. Like their offense has been great. They drafted Emeka Egbuka last year, who was really good. They signed Godwin, who is still good when he was coming off of the ankle injury.
They still got a good receiver.
And we'll talk Alec Pierce later, but I don't know if you guys have noticed, it's a good time to be a free agent wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like Alec Pierce just got the highest free agent wide receiver deal ever. Mike Evans is 33 years old and got a 3-year deal for $20 million a year. Like, that is a massive financial commitment to a player who is
those always seem like, it's like the deal we signed Stephon to last year.
Yeah, you can get out of it. You can move it around.
It's always like a 3-year 60, and it's like, all right, 1 year.
Right.
And we'll see all the specifics when it comes out. And yeah, for San Francisco, a team that is old and has injuries, this is another older player, so we'll see. So it's probably a shorter commitment. You're right. But I just think that Tampa needed to allocate some resources to the defensive side of the ball.
Look, I always thought there was a strong possibility that Mike Evans would move on. Why? Because he explicitly stated that he wants to sign with a franchise that gives him a legitimate shot at winning a Super Bowl. And sorry, but that just isn't Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not trying to be harsh. It's simply reality. However, it absolutely is Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers, with Kyle Shanahan at the helm. If you don't want to take my word for it, take Mike Evans's word. He knows the game infinitely better than I do, and certainly better than you do. He made it clear he wants to play for a contender. So, I guess that means Tampa Bay didn't fit that bill in his eyes, but the 49ers do. Those are his words, not mine. That's what was reported, that winning now is a priority for him. So please, Bucs fans, don't direct your frustration at me. I have nothing to do with it. I'm merely relaying what Mike Evans, your legendary franchise player, essentially said. Don't shoot the messenger. All right, with that disclaimer out of the way, let's talk about the move itself. I really genuinely like this signing, but I have to be honest, I was never going to be fully in the camp of I love this for the 49ers without some reservations. When I previously discussed potential destinations for Evans, my primary concerns were his age and his injury history, and those concerns haven't vanished just because he put on a red and gold jersey. Don't get me wrong, I still think Mike Evans is an exceptional talent. I believe he can have a massive positive impact, especially in a Kyle Shanahan offense. Pairing him with Shanahan's scheme and Brock Purdy's precision could absolutely produce some magic. But we have to acknowledge the elephant in the room. The 49ers are once again relying on older players with injury concerns. This has been their Achilles heel for years, and we can just keep adding to the list. Now we have Mike Evans joining Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, and even Brock Purdy, who has struggled to stay on the field, as part of a core that has significant durability question marks. That is a legitimate worry. We can't just pretend it doesn't exist, because it absolutely does. I'm not someone who likes to predict injuries or label players as injury-prone based on past seasons alone. But the 49ers have dealt with this issue so consistently that it's become a defining narrative. They've investigated why it keeps happening, made changes, and yet the pattern persists. Adding another player who has missed significant time in recent seasons doesn't exactly alleviate that concern. That said, they didn't break the bank for him. It's a 3-year deal, and from what I understand, the numbers are reasonable. For context, the Rams signed Davante Adams to a 2-year deal worth around $20 million annually. This contract is in a similar ballpark, though we'd need to see the guaranteed money and the full structure to truly evaluate it. But on the surface, it's not an overpay. Here's the thing. We still haven't seen this offense operate at full strength for any extended period. We haven't witnessed Purdy, McCaffrey, Samuel, and now Evans all healthy and on the field together for a legitimate stretch. And that's the problem. With Shanahan's creativity, having Evans and McCaffrey alone could produce fireworks. But I don't know when Deebo is due back from his injuries. I don't know if McCaffrey, after being an absolute workhorse for years, can endure another grueling season without breaking down. I don't know if Purdy can finally stay healthy for a full year, because so far, he hasn't. These are realities. So the 49ers are in this really tough spot from a narrative and belief standpoint. Because I believe in this team. I believe in how they're run. I think Shanahan is a genius. I'm a huge fan of Brock Purdy, and I hate when people downplay his impact. I love Christian McCaffrey. I love Deebo. I love so many of these players. But there's just this persistent discomfort, this nagging uncertainty about whether they can simply stay healthy. And they play in a brutal division. The Seahawks are always competitive. The Rams are always dangerous. If you're going to win in the NFC West, you need your stars on the field. You need McCaffrey healthy. You need Deebo healthy. You need Evans healthy. You need Purdy healthy. You need the offensive line healthy. You need your entire team healthy. So far, the addition is a player who has been injured in back-to-back seasons. In fact, last season alone, Evans dealt with multiple injuries. He got hurt, came back, and got hurt again. That's just something to factor into the equation. For me, the 49ers will always be an exciting team as long as their core group is intact. I'll always feel optimistic about their potential, but it's an uncomfortable optimism. It's like jumping out of a plane. I'm very confident the parachute will open, otherwise I wouldn't jump. I believe it's going to work, but there's still that moment of free fall where you think, man, I really, really hope this parachute works, because if it doesn't, that's a bummer. That's the best way I can sum up my feelings about the 49ers right now. Optimistic, but nervous. Those are just my thoughts. I'd genuinely love to hear yours. What do you think about the 49ers signing Mike Evans? Honestly, this news broke while I was in the middle of recording another video. I saw the ticker at the bottom of the screen, Mike Evans signs, and I was like, wait, what did he do? I had to pause and search it mid-recording. Oh, wow, the 49ers. Caught me completely off guard. I don't even know what team I was expecting, but it wasn't necessarily San Francisco. So I'm curious what 49ers fans have to say about this. Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. Whether you agree with me or disagree, let's get some discussions going. Let's have some debates. But ultimately, let's just have fun with it. Please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love having you as part of it. I want to create something we all feel connected to, something we're genuinely excited to be a part of. I think we're well on our way. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.